Hey guys, welcome back to See This Baby. Yeah. With me I have both. I'm sorry. With me I have both the accountant and the Corgi with me. So how are you guys doing?
Hello.
Great start,
Yeah.
guys. Absolutely love it. Doing
I'm
good.
present. I'm
Doing
present.
good.
My mind totally went blank as soon as I said we're going live. I'm like, wait,
Yeah, and then there's a
what were
huge
my
burp.
lines?
Yeah, what are my lines?
It wasn't
You have like
that
five
loud.
lines, dude. Matt, you have like 5 lines. Come on.
I know, and I forgot them.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
And this is
yeah.
more of a shoot to shit.
Yeah, this is more of how much can we like. How much can we say without getting canceled? Is how this is gonna go.
Oh, I can go against TOS in a second.
We're trying not to get canceled.
I'm not going to, but it's not that hard if you ask me.
Matt, take us away. What the hell are we talking about before the corgi just runs?
All right. All right. So, question for today for the episode is, if you won the lotto, if you won it big, what would you do with that money?
All right, let's start right there. Okay, so if you win the lotto today, let's just say you're playing the Powerball. That I think it's up to like 1.2 billion dollars right now is what you.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a crazy amount of money.
Yeah.
You wouldn't take all of it home. I think in the end if you took it as a lump sum, which based off taxes coming from the accountant, take a lump sum. But
He's actually an accountant.
yeah. Yes,
Not just
I hope they watched the last episode. They know this. But you would wind up taking home like about $600-700 million. So that's not a
the
small
billion?
amount of money. Not the billion, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. The United States is like the worst country to win a game show or any like the lotto or anything because they just tax it out the wazoo because 30-something trillion dollars is our national debt. So
Well,
country's
I
more
would say
broke than you are.
there's another thing. There's another like what if worry if you win the lotto. Only a few states do this, but a lot of states actually don't conceal your identity, and they will throw your names to the dogs, as in the rest of the world.
Well,
So
yeah.
now they know you're carrying a lot of money.
I want to
Yeah.
say they give you two options, don't they? They tell you you could either have
Only
your
in a
name.
few states.
Yeah, they
Only in a
tell
few
you
states.
You could have your name or you could have your face. Like, what
Why would I
you
want
rather?
either of those out there? I'd
Well,
put my
yeah.
face
Well,
out there
no,
'cause
well,
it's ugly and
well,
bad.
no, I don't want to say face. It was a picture of you. It doesn't have to be your face because I know people have did that loophole where just take a picture of me and they put their winnings on top of their face so they couldn't see them.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna like show up in a burqa or something like that, so you can't see me at all.
Oh, you'd scare anyone trying to get it from you then. If you show up in a
That would be
burqa.
so bad
Yeah,
if I
you
did
know,
that.
honestly, I'd wait. I'd wait. Get myself an accountant or a freaking what's it called? Like someone that knows money.
No, would you? Okay, so serious question:
you know
if you
someone.
knew that you were bringing home like $600+ million, would you tell anyone?
No.
Like, who would you tell?
I honestly I wouldn't tell anybody, and I wouldn't go like directly to go cash that check. I'd be like,
I was
not cash the check, but given the lotto that I won, I'd go to like a counselor or something, whatever they're called, and ask them, okay,
Therapist.
yeah, like a therapist, like tell them, okay, I'm about to have this money. What are my what should I do? Because I know I'm not gonna do it, of course, but. Well, I'm saying I'm not gonna.
No, you would. You do
I'm
it. If you say I'm not gonna do it, you're gonna do it.
Like I'm saying, you know how freaking an 18-year-old, if he would win it, he'd freaking waste all of it like within a day or two.
Oh, actually, so this is a West Coast thing. A guy in Susanville, California won the California lottery, and he immediately won, and he was kind of a gangbanger, like one of those guys, and I mean that no stereotype, but he went back to the quote-unquote hood or something. This was either down in LA or in Susanville. It might have been LA now I'm thinking about it. But someone recently won the lottery. Anyway, so he went back to the hood, like his hometown, his neighborhood, and he got everyone like pimped out lowriders.
Okay, that's just called community service right there.
I know. I mean, it's great. But,
That's awesome.
Like, the guy never. The one thing I'll say, because a lot of people will change with a lot of money just dropped into their lap. The dude stayed the same.
Yeah.
He gave it to the homies. That's
So
what
like,
matters.
dude, if I was like, oh my god, I'm holding the winning ticket right here, like it's in my hand. I think the only person I'd tell is I'd go to my wife. I'd be like, hey, don't
I'm
tell
sorry.
anyone.
Oh.
I'm not. Shut the fuck up. Don't tell anyone until we figured out what we're doing with this. Because the last thing you want is like, your family finds out. Like you tell your mom tells,
Yeah.
her friend Jody, and then you're like your aunt, and now all your cousins know. And next thing you know, money changes people, and they're like, hey, I have this surgery coming up, which doesn't, they don't actually have a surgery. Can you get me $5,000?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I hope you have good insurance.
Yeah, right. I'm not giving someone $5,000. Like,
Hey,
if they really needed like the money, like, and I knew it, and I had a good relation. But you're gonna get family that you're like, I haven't heard from you since like 10 Christmases ago. Where the hell have you been? And now that I have money, you want to come talk to me? Like, what is this?
I haven't heard from you since 10 Christmases ago. Make that 11. Goodbye.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I would tell anybody because, yeah, people are just going to come up to you, oh, I heard you have money. Like,
I mean, I'd hope you'd tell
well,
me.
I know both you guys are basically single, but would you tell your significant other if you were married?
Oh, I don't have a significant other, so no.
If.
Yeah.
Because you see, okay, for me, I feel like they'll use me for the money. They'll be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna stay with you.
Matt's over there like, I already have a prenup written up.
Yep.
If in case I win lottery, please sign here.
At this location, this coordinate, I have a loaded 38 revolver buried. If anything happens.
Yeah,
what's it called? Project Secret Squirrel Mission.
Honestly, like, if I had the ticket to, I'd tell my wife, and I'd be like, all right, we gotta go, like, because you have to go to like a specific place. There's like a lottery winning place.
I think for me,
I'd be too terrified to like destroy the ticket, crash my car, like die on the way. Like,
no, I get it. I think for me, what I would do is I'd pay off all my debt under my current legal name, and then I'd go to school and get at least a bachelor's or a master's in another language and become fluent in it. One that I can blend in. I'm not gonna go to like Africa. Yeah, but like, but I won't. I'll stick out. But what will happen was like I'll learn like maybe like Dutch or something or Sweden or like Dutch or Dutch Swedish or I think that's Swiss. That's Dutch Swiss or something like that. And then I'll change my name to like Jack Niehoff and I'll just completely start over.
Okay,
I don't. No, Bruce Wayne doesn't start over. He killed his. He watched his parents die in the alleyway. That's completely different. Does that get
you saw money? The Dark Knight? No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
You saw the Dark Knight. He totally faked his own death.
Wait, what?
Nine kids in a movie theater did.
Honestly, wasn't
there? Why do you bring up mass shootings?
I didn't. Like, you said it. I made a reference.
Into this shit,
Hold on, accountant. Hold on, money man. I made a reference. You brought up the title. If anyone didn't get the reference, boom, passed over their mind.
I'm sorry to all our viewers in the state of Colorado.
No, it's a terrible, tragic event. I'm not saying it's not, but you brought up the Dark Knight.
Okay, fair.
I was gonna say, wasn't there a what's it called? Like someone won the lotto and then they told their spouse, and then their spouse thought that she was gonna get the money for some reason, and she divorced him, and then at the end they found out that she was not entitled to the money because she had not been with the guy for I think it was 10 years, so she was nothing.
Oh,
that's awesome.
That's a great law.
Yeah.
I'd tell my wife, and I'd be like, hey, don't tell anyone until we've like, the money's in our account and we figured out what we're gonna do with it. Because like, $600 million, I would be impressed if you could blow you could.
You can.
You can. Absolutely, you can. But I would be really impressed if you managed to do it very.
So
quickly.
my point is, or my thought is, with this right now, with you, especially in this chat. I don't know, not you as in the show on Netflix. Not sponsored. I'm talking to the accountant. I'm surprised you haven't brought up I would invest almost instantly.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Okay. Like we're saying, who would you tell if anybody?
Yeah,
so no one.
Who would you tell?
Nobody.
Okay.
Yeah,
I tell my wife. That's about it.
So nobody. All right. So what would be the first thing you would buy? House.
Yeah,
I don't know. In this economy, I might still rent.
See, okay, you have $600 million. Like, you can buy just about any house in the United States. Now, you could go crazy and buy like $100 million. But I'm like sitting there, I'd buy maybe like $2.5 million home. I don't need anything bigger than that. It's got some land to it. It's got a pool. It's got plenty of room for my corgis and stuff. Like, I'm happy.
Plural?
I'd get another corgi. because I have one.
Oh yes. Yeah, funny that you say house because normally people you'd want a house first. Me, on the other hand, me being a car enthusiast.
You're a car guy.
Yeah, I want my car first, and then I want a place where I could put my car. So yeah.
I thought you were gonna say something. I thought you were gonna say something stupid like, me being a car guy, I'm gonna build a restaurant. So just really something really left field.
My food truck.
Yeah. So yeah,
Hey.
I think the first thing I would buy would be my GTR R34.
Okay.
You're gonna find a mint condition blue
Yes,
Godzilla.
Blue. It has to be blue.
Blue?
Yes.
You don't want the jade green one?
No, I want.
No, because the jade green isn't a true color. The blue is a true color.
It's what is it
The
called?
jade green wasn't a true color.
I think
It's not a true color. It's not an OEM color of the Godzilla, the R34s.
The Godzilla.
It's called the R30.
Yeah.
So the R32, when it came out to street racing in Japan, it got nicknamed the God. Well, it wasn't in Japan. It's from Japan, but it got nicknamed the Godzilla because it was slaughtering street races.
No, it was slaughtering people in the what's it called? What circuit was it?
Oh, it was a specific. It was actually a circuit.
Yeah,
it wasn't street races.
Yeah.
Was it stock car F1?
I think it was F1 racing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Nissan's introduction F1. It was the R32, not the R31.
Yeah, and it from R32 onto R34, it fucking slaughtered everybody.
Okay, side note, because this is slightly a tangent because they're expensive cars. Matt, how do you feel about the the new R36? It looks just like a Rocket Bunny body kit, like wide body kit for the R35.
Honestly,
I like the R35 better.
So it looks Matt, if you look up because they just released legitimate pictures of the new GTR coming out, it looks just like an aftermarket wide body kit for the R35. It looks no different. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it doesn't. It almost looks so like I'm looking at the R36 concept. It almost looks like they tried to go back to like what the original Skyline looked like, but they tried to make it more modern. That's the feel I'm getting from it.
I think I'm looking at the right one. Wait, R36 top speed. Okay, let's see.
Top speed just explodes. Hey, I saw a Hot Wheel.
Fuck is this? This is not. This looks like a modern Lamborghini.
Actually, you guys talk. So since we're on this topic and it's still about expensive stuff, have you guys seen the new supercar from Afghanistan that the Taliban have created?
What? Is it just a pickup truck with a machine gun on the back?
No, it's funny because the engine's based off a Toyota Corolla because that's the big thing over there. However, it's kind of cool. Let me see if I can pull it up. Because I was shocked and surprised, and apparently it's getting a lot of weight right now.
Cool. I mean, hey, good for them that they made something. But okay, so yeah, because here's the thing too. If you won $600 million, you could buy like 3 R34s and a house and still be fine.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. I was gonna get my R34 first, and then my house. That way, I know how many cars I'll be able to fit in the house.
Honestly, I'd probably get a Mark IV Supra over an R34.
Matt's stupid house is just gonna be like a massive like 24 car garage with like a bedroom.
Right. I put it in general chat. That's the car.
So yeah, I'd get my car first, and then I'd have my car to go freaking look at houses, and probably get like 10, 20 car garage.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I like cars too. I would totally have Mark IV Supra. I may do R34, GTR, but Ferrari F12 is that's what I want. That is my car.
I think I'd get like not something super expensive. I'd get like a British car, like maybe a Lotus Emeron.
Oh, McLaren.
Because
they're going British.
they're
McLaren.
No, see the thing is though, a McLaren would put a huge dent. The Lotus is nowhere near as fast, because when you buy that car, now you have to look at very expensive insurance, and I mean you have to take care of it, and you're not going to do it yourself. I would rather have a Lotus, and then actually I'd get a more expensive car. It would be a custom Brabus Mercedes G-Wagon AMG.
Is that the six-wheel one?
No, that's a Mercedes 6x6. A Brabus is a custom body kit and like full internal flip. I think it's called the Brabus for a
I think you're right.
AMG G-Wagon, and it's like it makes the thing from like $96,000 to like 255,000 custom, but the thing's a tank. I'll do that. I'd probably get a because I love the Veloster. Everyone knows that. I'd probably get the 2022 Veloster in the sky blue because the full interior is also a custom tinted blue leather to match the exterior. And then I'd probably get, I don't know, an Elantra or something, like a daily.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest with you. I think if I won the lotto and it was that much money, first thing I'd do is, hey, work, I'm not showing up. Bye.
Ooh, no, that's the fun part. Because
Yeah.
for work,
Actually, I'd pull up
I
in my
wouldn't give a
Ferrari.
fuck anymore. I'll be like, yep,
Yeah.
go ahead and fire me.
Actually,
Yeah.
you are in a little bit more of a difficult situation.
Yeah.
You can't just quit. But
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna give a fuck anymore. I'll still care about my work, but I'm like, what's the worst they're gonna do? Fire me? All right,
Yeah.
fire me.
no, imprison you.
So
For
that's
what?
$600 million.
for doing a poor job at my work.
No, if you just leave, yeah. But no, if you just do a poor job, they're just gonna hate
no,
you.
no, I wouldn't leave. And I wouldn't do a poor job. Just you know how I'm always caring about freaking how.
No, you know what they'll do? They'll just send you to Humphreys, like Camp Humphreys, Korea, and you'll hate it for the last of your contract.
Hey, I'll be going.
You know, cold. There's no city around you. Cold,
Hey, Matt
angry.
Styles in Korea, he's gonna love every second of it. He loves
No, there's 4 army bases in Korea. One of them's next to Seoul. The other ones are out in the middle of turd nowhere,
Well, you can
and they
take,
suck.
you could actually take the train to Seoul. It's a little longer, but
He can do it.
Yeah, but you have to
Figure it
make an
out.
effort. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
well, that
First
sucks
thing I'm
because
doing,
every
man.
base has a curfew.
First thing
Go
I'm
on.
doing.
no, it actually
2
didn't
weeks,
have a curfew.
2 weeks.
When I
2
went,
weeks
there
in,
wasn't-
man. That's it. I'm done with my job. Fuck that thing.
I love this partial delay.
Wait,
I love
what-
this partial delay where Matt and the accountant are screaming over each other after a pause.
Wait, why would he give you your 2-week notice?
Because I kind of like some of the people I work with, and I don't want to you know.
Well, hold on.
Out of that respect for them, I would be like, hey, I don't need this job anymore. Here's my 2-week notice. They'd be like, can you stick around longer? I'd be like, no.
Well, what about this? What about instead of just quitting, just every few weeks you get like a basic like blue collar job, like you a janitor at like a hospital, or like you're just a construction worker for a week, and like, oh, who are you? But you drive up and like like a what is that, like a Rivian, like those like custom all electric trucks or something super nice. They're like, how the hell do you afford that? Like, I'm just here to work for a few weeks, you know, contract up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like
I would.
you'll get bored really quick.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
that's the question then. If you had that much money, what would you do with it? Besides buying a house,
Well,
I would say
invest.
I would say really explore. Like you'd have to look into hobbies. Like maybe you want to learn an instrument. Maybe you want to travel, do some yachts. Maybe really like not just travel. Like, you know, when people think of a vacation, it's like a few days to a few weeks out in like, you know, Tokyo, Japan, Hawaii. You know, maybe the Everglades. This one would be like, I'm gonna go spend a month in like Saudi. You know, but not like not the major cities of Saudi Arabia, but like the off cities, and learn their culture. I think you could I think like an actual legitimate vacation, but you actually go and embrace the culture of like, I don't know, Kuwait or Syria, or, you know, like, because there's a Canadian, he's like I think he's Canadian, but I may be wrong. It's like that really ginger guy, but he does like these
Copper?
personal vlogs. Huh? Not Copper. No, I remember that because he did a lot of stuff in the Middle East and Africa, North Africa. Like I think he rode a train across the Sahara or something like that. It was like the most dangerous train ride. But he'd go to like the major cities of places where, you know, Western culture is kind of like a little obscuro. But he like goes there and he like embraces their area, and he shows like how friendly the people are, how colorful their environment and culture really is. And I think that would be fun. You know, actually, not just go to like these first world beautiful areas. I mean, I'd still go to the Bahamas. I'd still go to like, you know, South Korea. But like with that kind of money, you could also do like the North Korean like guided tour. You could go do stuff that you wouldn't really be able to do, that you'd be able to learn a lot about other very different cultures.
I do that.
I think that would be fun. You do that by force.
Well,
But
even though I don't want to
I-
interact, I still do it.
Yeah, I mean,
You have a very
I would
fun
travel
face.
too, absolutely.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, so
Because like I think instead of buying everything I wanted first, I think I would pay off debt, get a comfortable.
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think at first I'd pay off all debt I have. I would invest in property, not like become a management but like personal property, like a home and something, so I have something to come back to instead of renting. And then I would go and travel. And then after that, then I'd look into like personal hobbies. I'm not saying I'll travel and I'm done entirely, but I'd look into personal hobbies, and then items that I want, and then I would kind of live off of that.
Yeah, no, Matt said this first. He's like, I would find an accountant. I would absolutely do that. I don't do taxes. I want to make sure that I'm not going to get screwed by Uncle Sam later on.
No, dude.
Because I know they take taxes out of the winnings, but there might be more needed to be paid later. So I do that. Make sure we're good there.
Well, you'd be in a new tax bracket, so you'd be taxed way higher.
Yeah, you're at that 1%.
Yeah, you are that 1%.
1%.
I think after that, yeah, I'd obviously I'd pay off debt, buy a house, buy a new car for myself, because why not? But 75% of my winnings are being invested, and this is how that investment works. 25% of that is going to a financial planner who's going to take care of that money and grow it for me, and then the remaining 75% of that is going into creating an LLC where I then purchase rental properties throughout the country, hire a property manager to manage those and collect rents on them, so I constantly have cash flow coming in.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Property manager takes care of everything for me. If I need to hire an accountant, I already got one. And then on top, and I can kind of do it myself, but that way when I'm traveling, I know that when I get back, I'm going to have more money than when I left.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But that's the thing is like I'm not a big money man. I've been more blue collar than white collar, even though I'm trying to change that.
Hey.
I would definitely talk to someone like you.
Just change your.
And really sit down, really sit down and budget. I don't know what you said.
I said
Matt.
just change your shirt.
Yeah, just change. That's that's what I was thinking. I was just keep it on up.
I really actually hate you guys.
Good. Well, yeah. Well, and that's the other thing too is like, so if I had like an LLC where I'm like 100% the owner of, if I have family who's like I want money or this, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna give you money, but how about I give you like 5% ownership of this company, because it's not enough for them to actually like, it's not enough for them to be like, I want this done, I want this. So sure, they have a say, but it's 5% versus my 95%, and then that way like they're getting distributions, and if they want to contribute more, they can. But instead of me just giving them money they're gonna blow, it's like a consistent flow of money based off these rental properties I've created.
And that's also why that's also why like for me, I would pay off debt, and before I go do anything like travel, I would want to invest. I would want to make sure that there's a steady flow of income, because you can't like we said earlier, it's hard. It's not easy, but it's not hard. I don't want to come home and like half my money's gone because it's just been spent, or it's been taxed or something like that. I want to make sure that now I have some sort of income that this money has now provided.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm buying a private jet. That's what I'm doing.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
maintenance,
that's a shit ton of money. You have to have a pilot. But the thing is, though.
No. If you buy it through your company, because then when you travel, you're like, oh,
yeah. I was gonna say, yeah.
Now it's all write-offs.
Yeah.
I was gonna say just become a pastor at that point.
No. As much as no, I'm not starting the next mega church.
Have you guys seen? I've been really addicted. Like I'm waiting for season 4, but The Boys. No. That superhero TV show.
Oh, I watched season 1.
It's so, dude. Season 3 is a killer, dude. I'm so excited for season 4. But in the end of season 2 and season 3, they hint at like this Scientologist like culty religion. But one thing that I love to death is before anything in corporate meetings, in like basic like introductory meetings, anything. The first thing they always ask is, would you like a Fresca? And they always give them like this really terrible bubbly drink, but it's so funny because it's how they brainwash people. They're like, this guy's screaming, I'm like, your crap doesn't work, I hate this, it's a fraud. He's like, have a Fresca. It's almost like the Snickers commercial, but with like culty religions. It's so funny.
Are they like drugging them?
No, it's legitimately just a Fresca.
Oh.
I was gonna say
that's the best part.
You could just have the Church of the Corgi.
Yeah.
Because I would, but I'll have you know that if anyone's had a Fresca, they're terrible.
Fresca, man.
Okay,
Would never have
Fresca?
expected. I don't drink that bubbly spicy
Fresca's like
water.
it's a bubbly water, Matt.
Oh yeah, I hate water. I mean,
I hate spicy.
No, I
You
hate.
hate
Yeah, I
water,
hate.
what?
No, I hate spicy water.
I hate spicy
Oh,
water.
okay.
Yeah.
You should
Yeah.
probably like drink water.
No,
Spicy
yeah,
water.
no. That's actually what I'm drinking right now. Freaking water.
Oh, good. Look at you. I'm over here with my cup of coffee. I'm like.
Yeah, I have a Dutch Bros Rebel. I'm not doing well right now.
Mister, I'm a blue collar worker and I'm drinking a Dutch Bros Rebel. Jesus.
Hey, you're
Well-
from the place that invented Dutch Bros, so I don't want to hear that.
That says I'm not from there. I live there.
Well, another thing is our time difference. I can't drink freaking coffee right now, or else I'm not fucking go to sleep.
Oh,
Which
that's
I'm probably
You
not.
don't
I'm probably not.
You don't sleep anyway. What do you mean?
Yep, I don't
It'll be
sleep.
nighttime for me, and like
Gaming?
we would have been talking. Yeah, you'll be like, hey guys, I made it to level 70 in WoW.
About damn time,
I'm
I'm almost there.
Yeah, like it.
Yeah.
You need to sleep, Matt.
Oh, what? I do sleep.
Matt, not the accountant.
Oh, yeah. My name's Matt, too, by the way. I already
Oh,
told you
great.
guys that. But,
A little
I know.
confusing at times, you know, Matt,
We've
the other
yeah,
Matt.
the amount of times that happened.
You're right. You're other right.
It's been a
Afterwards.
long week, guys. Right?
You were doing so good until just then.
Honestly, I think I used my name in the last one, too. My actual name. So I was
Would you
like,
give out your address, your mother's maiden name?
Social
Yeah, all of
Security.
it. You know, my social.
Fantastic.
No, just last
Social.
four social. I'm safe.
That's all you need, really.
Yeah. What are other questions that people would want to know about me?
Your first
pet.
school, your first
Yeah,
pet, your
first
best
grade
friend's
teacher,
name.
Yeah, all those
Your
things.
firstborn, you know, you gave that away.
Yeah, you know, when I win the lotto.
You gave that away.
When I win the lotto, all that information's just going on the internet somewhere, you know. I'm just gonna take pictures of all my credit cards, front and
What the
back.
fuck? Hey, can you guys look at general chat? I just found. I'm sorry, I'm really like ADD mind right now. I just found a Lego
You found a Lego.
character. I would buy hundreds of millions of these with the lotto winning. So I have an army of this.
That's a car. Oh, Lego.
It's a
Okay.
Lego with a Shiba head
Yeah, I
and a
was-
baseball bat. It's wearing a tracksuit.
Yeah,
It's a
that,
furry Lego. Oh,
I
is
love
that a
It's a
Ukraine
Shiba.
thing?
Yeah, it's for a Ukraine
Ukrainian
benefits
furries, man.
project.
yeah. Not to go on a tangent, but that one fucking Shiba freaking video that you sent me
She didn't-
really pissed me off.
Which video?
The one where freaking the Shiba's holding the corgi down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
What?
Yeah.
When?
You sent it to us
Yeah.
on social media.
Okay, I'm trying to find out when though. I said a lot of memes.
Today? Or was it yesterday?
Today?
It's within the last couple days.
Yeah.
By the
That's
way,
not
we've
helping.
gone on so many tangents already. It doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah.
We're just talking.
Well, this started off as yeah. We didn't really have a plan.
Well,
The plan was let's start with
There's
the
never a
you and the
plan.
lotto.
The good thing is we keep going back to it.
All right, we get there eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, like, you have to, if you get that much money, you have to invest it. Because the people who wind up losing it all are the ones who just, I'm going to take a trip. And that's it. That's all they do. And they're like, yeah, so I'm going to take a trip and I'm going to,
They
like,
just do
this."
ayahuasca and go to Vegas.
Yeah, you know, they go down to
Okay.
Mexico and get all the other things, you know. It's just like, bro, like, put half, like, 75% of that money. That still leaves you, what, over 100 million to do whatever you want.
Well, that's the mindset. Is like people don't. A lot of people will never have that kind of money ever, or
Yeah.
like accumulated. Like I'm not like they don't have it at all. But like back then, if you amount all their money that they made throughout their entire life, they still won't make that kind of money,
That's a good point.
regardless.
So, okay,
It's
that
like-
brings up the question for both you guys.
I know, but
Would that
my
much
point with
money
that.
be overwhelming to you?
I think
I think it'd be a
would.
shock, and I think that's like the point I was getting to was exactly that. People would be like, "Oh, I've never had this kind of money before," and so what they do is they're like, "Oh, okay, well, I have $700 million. I'm gonna go on a vacation," and they come back like, "Okay, well, I have 550 million." I mean, that's a lot of money they just spent right there. They're like, "Oh, that's still a lot of money, so I'm gonna go," and then they wheedle it down because everything seems like a big number to them.
Yeah.
And that's usually what causes the problem. Me, I'd ask you because you're the money man. I would probably be like, "That's cool. I'm gonna go like 4 hours over like south of me."
Yeah.
for a weekend until I figure this out.
Yeah, I want to say I have a bad problem with freaking swiping with my card. I don't check how much it costs. I just swipe.
Well, the debit card's really dangerous because you can just swipe.
Yeah, well, no, it's not even that. It's that freaking I usually go grab stuff, and I don't like if I need it. I don't care how much it costs. I'm just gonna grab it because I need it, and I just swipe. Like food,
Actually,
I just swipe.
have you guys ever gone to the grocery store and be like, wow, this is $3. Wow, this is $6. Wow, this is $2. Your total, sir, is $70.
Oh,
what?
Yeah, when I'm money pinching, yeah, like I have a little bit of money, I only have $20. I'm like, I need to stretch this $20 out.
Yeah, exactly. But no, like if you had that much money, like quite frankly, I'd be overwhelmed because it's just like you look at your bank account, you're like,
yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
it's just so much. Like it's that's more numbers than your phone number.
Yeah, in my head, I keep buying cars. I'll be like, I like this car, I'm buying this car. I like this car, I'm gonna buy that car too.
Yeah, you'd be a used car salesman because you'd have driven them all.
Yeah.
You'd be a used exotic car salesman.
And I love cars.
Yeah,
that's fine.
A bunch of Tokyo Drift cars just sitting in a garage.
Yeah, and I want to say like how late Paul Walker said, I have one car for each day of the week.
Yeah, I mean, you got what, 7 cars?
Well, one car kissed a tree.
Okay.
Too soon. Always too soon.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
R.I.P.
I mean, it hasn't hit the 20 years yet, the 22 years South Park rule, but yeah.
Fuck South
Okay,
Park.
we're not gonna get into that road. That's a stupid. Rule.
All right, Cartman.
Yeah, you are the Cartman of the group.
You are.
You are the Cartman of the group, hands down.
Shut up, Cartman.
Shut up, badass. He's over there looking for something to post on like our chat.
I really am.
I know he's.
He's
I can
like,
see
"Ah,
I can smell the gears turning in his head from here.
I need to get these guys back somehow.
No, it's adding to the joke I already made.
Oh,
It has nothing to do with getting back to you guys.
I call it bull, but
It's a new Hot Wheel.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it, the new Hot Wheel.
No,
Yeah.
look what it
Yeah,
was.
I saw it.
I don't want to see the new Hot Wheel. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a crash Porsche.
All right.
That's one car I wouldn't buy as a Porsche. I would not buy a Porsche.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a Porsche 911 GT or like a what is it?
I thought it was Ferrari.
A GT3.
Or am I thinking because of the first movie?
You're thinking because of the movie. I think it was a GT3, like a red GT3 or something.
I would buy my wife a Porsche Cayenne because I know that's what she wants, but I would not buy myself a Porsche. I think
Matt.
cool
Well, I don't
cars
think
are
I would
so-
buy her a Porsche if she's your wife.
I wouldn't. I was gonna say I wouldn't buy a Porsche Cayenne because that's the SUV, right? Like that really round SUV. Every woman that likes Dutch Bros or Starbucks that owns, this is a stereotype, but that owns a Cayenne is the rudest person on the road that thinks they're the only thing that exists.
So it's perfect for my wife. That's what you're saying.
No, she's a nice person. She's not
Nice
a
person, but have you ever seen
Just
her
get her a
drive, man?
BMW.
That road rate, no, God no,
Why not? They're good.
because she doesn't want one.
I
It's
love
not
Get her
about
a
what I
Hummer.
want. It's not about what I want or you guys want me to get. It's what she wants.
Oh, get her the new Escalade. Those things are huge.
The Escalade, yeah.
Escalator.
They're huge too. They're massive.
People drive those things like they own the road, and I was like, yeah,
'Cause they
you
do.
You way overspent on an SUV.
On a
that
GMC
has-
Yukon.
Yeah, pretty much. That's just like new body kit, looks sleek. Yeah, it looks great. But
They
you
look
way
sleek,
overspent on that.
but like the problem with Escalades, what I've heard from a lot of people is they have so many bells and whistles inside that are cheaply made, they just break. So there's constant repairs on like the crappy, like oh the TV in the back of the headrest is broken. Oh the cup holder that like pops out of the ground near your asshole is open.
Hey,
It's like things that don't need to be there break, and you're like oh I have to fix it now.
hey, it's military grade. That's why.
But yeah, duct tape and hope put it together.
Duct tape,
Yeah.
open spit.
Yeah, Cadillac is what's it called? American, right?
It's a GM. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
GM.
it's
GM.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Okay, if I had to buy an SUV though, and money wasn't an issue, I would get the Lamborghini Urus.
What about the
Nice.
Rolls Royce? What about the Rolls Royce
Paladin?
Wraith?
Or the Wraith?
Yeah, look at that thing. It's big, square, and mean, but it's sick.
But it's
I think
sick.
it's sick. Dude.
You know,
I like the Lamborghini, man. It's cool.
And I'm only saying that because you brought up something massively expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd get the Wraith.
Okay.
It's pretty
I don't
cool.
know
Race,
any, freaking.
I
SUVs
would be
and-
able to keep up, but your car would be mine's a box, so I'd probably lose in aerodynamics.
Yeah, I think if you're talking about SUVs, I wouldn't do an SUV. I'd probably just do a truck.
Yeah, get a pickup truck to take all your
Yeah.
like,
The Mercedes
cars.
6x6.
Yeah.
No.
It's Brabus.
Even though I hate Ford,
Brabus isn't a big. I'd still get it.
I do like their what's it called? What is it? The Baja.
The
Actually,
Subaru
if-
Baja?
No, the Baja is the what's it called? It's
I'm gonna look this
their
up and see if
their
Matt's
Shelby,
wrong.
their Shelby
Ford.
engine truck.
Truck.
Okay.
So you're just gonna get the engine and
No.
pretend to ride it?
Okay, I'm just gonna get the engine. No, I want the whole
Oh,
truck. Baja.
you're talking about a so it's a Ford Raptor Baja Edition because Baja trucks
Okay,
are like
Ford
trophy
Raptor.
trucks.
Yeah.
It's a Ford Raptor Baja Edition.
Oh, dude, a trophy truck would be so sick.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
but I wouldn't because you hit one bump going 40 in a Target parking lot. Now you're on top of the roof because the
Why would you
shocks
have
you
a
up.
fucking trophy truck in a Target parking lot? I'm like, dude, we're going down to the dunes.
I need to get to
That
the
guy
base,
would have a trophy truck.
He's the one that would be. Where's the corgi at? Where's the trophy truck in his hometown? You know, it's just like there he goes.
No,
You'll
no.
you'll just hear it.
No.
You'll just hear the engines blowing eardrums outside of the schools.
Yeah.
No, the better question is where is the target?
Oh god.
No, there's one next door.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's where he's at.
Yeah. That's where the corgi's gonna spend all his lotto winnings.
Where's
is
he?
Target.
Oh no! What I'd be doing, I'd be investing.
Basic.
I'd be
Basic.
investing in something that has a higher face value than gold.
NFTs?
Legos.
Why? Okay, no, that's a no.
Yes, Legos are produced in one factory in the world. There's
Yes, I
more
know.
places you can find gold than Legos, and Legos are pretty expensive.
Okay, people who call Legos an investment are no better than people who called Beanie Babies an investment back in the 90s.
Well, Legos have kept value.
Yeah,
Beanie Babies are
that's-
full of 2-year-old spit and sadness.
Well, yeah, now they are because the market crashed.
Well, it's also because Squishmallows took over, because people haven't had hugs in years. So like, I'll hug this fat testicle-looking thing that might resemble a whale, named Laszlo.
Lastly,
Laszlo.
the corgi's gonna spend all his money on Lego investments. He's gonna be that like 50-year-old guy. What
I'm
happened to your millions? It's all Lego.
I'm gonna build a working Gundam out of Legos. Like, look at me now, bitches.
Just gonna like throw a rock at it and it's gonna break its leg or
you
something
know that-
because it's all Lego.
I was gonna say honestly, I think engineers use Legos to do some of their experiments.
Oh yeah.
Well, they have that like, what is it, like the NXT series? Like, it's like all robotic programming and stuff.
Yeah.
And like their gear ratios and their like axles and stuff actually do translate pretty well to proper engineering. They're just
To
not
a
weight
point.
bearing.
There's a point.
Yeah, they're not weight bearing. Their durability and their heat resistance is poor because it's plastic.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah,
you
but
can get good face value.
Yeah, but I've seen them like switch the plastic out for like actual metals, and they still use.
Yeah, people do make die-cast metal axles and stuff for Lego.
Cool. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be cool to have a trophy truck and you just get your best buds and you're like, hey guys, we're going down to like, Southern California to the dunes and we're just gonna take this trophy truck and just go tear up some dunes. It'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be a blast.
But yeah.
I'd be in. If I had that much money, I would do that.
Yeah. Honestly, another thing I would do would be YouTube will be coming with me to Japan. We're going on vacation.
You're taking YouTube to Japan with you?
No, YouTube.
Oh, I heard YouTube.
YouTube.
I heard-
Yeah.
I
I'm taking
heard-
I was
YouTube
like,
to
don't they
Japan.
have YouTube over there? Is that just an American thing? I don't know, man.
No, I meant the both of you will be coming
I'd
with
be
me
down.
to Japan.
I'm gonna give you English classes.
Because I know. Because I want to go to Japan. I know Corey wants to go to Japan, and we were talking
we-
I
about,
know.
about Japan.
We've talked about it a lot.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna.
Hey,
take you
when
guys.
is the accountant invited? Screw that guy. He's a dude.
That guy's an asshole. Don't bring him. But I want to
Yeah,
go,
he's all about fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Here's another thing. This is actually kind of a cool investment. Owning a
Bioengineering a corgi and an eagle.
partial ownership in a sports team.
Ooh.
Oh.
Actually, why partial? Why not the whole thing?
So then you don't have to do
So
everything
you don't
on
have
your
to-
own.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you don't have to like run it.
You hire someone to run it for you.
Yeah, that's what the partial ownership is.
Yeah, but you have a business partner with that, someone who actually knows like the sports industry on that, so they can help with the
Our
decision.
dad.
Right, yeah. But then but like, if you owned like, if you had some ownership of a sports team, you know, you're actually an equity holder. I want to go to a game and I want to sit courtside. Here you go. That's it. Or like, I want to be in the owner's box, you know?
There's like a major action. Oh, I got his shoe. There's a foot in it. Yeah.
I want to play with them, so I want to be in the team.
You would.
That sounds
yeah.
like a North Korean dictator thing.
I was gonna be like, yeah.
And you have to win.
No,
Like the movie The Dictator.
I honestly would tell him, put me in, and as soon as the game starts, you get me out. I was in there
Put
for
me in,
like
coach.
a second.
You put me in, coach. You are the coach. Oh shit.
I'll put myself in then. I'm eating my own dust.
Are you kidding? I'd want to be up in the owner's box, like eating caviar or whatever they have up there, just getting hammered on like Andre,
I don't know.
because all the super high end champagne.
I think I'd put
ass.
I think I'd put equity into like UFC, and I'd sit courtside next to Joe Rogan and just piss him off while he's trying to narrate. Like, dude, that guy just got hit hard. Ooh, and like throw popcorn everywhere, just be annoying.
Just annoy the hell out of Rogan until he hits you.
Live TV.
Watch
Oh
Joe
my
Rogan
God.
go off on the corgi. That'd be hilarious.
Honestly,
No,
I was gonna say you say UFC.
I wouldn't. I would keep my boundaries though, because he is a very good kicker. He has a very strong kick. People forget he used to fight.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't do UFC. I would do what's it called, the slap freaking.
Dude, okay.
Yeah.
That's slapping
That's
so
coming.
stupid.
That's coming to the U.S. It's
Yeah.
huge in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
Yeah, you
why
should-
not invest in something new?
It's not new.
Well, no, like, I know it's not new, but it's like something that, like, it could become mainstream.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
yeah, yeah,
that
right,
can-
yeah.
I mean, I guess that carries more risk because it's new. You don't know if it's gonna take off.
Yeah.
Like, and so if you have the money that you're willing to lose, like however many millions it's gonna be for you to invest. Like, again, you won the lotto.
Yeah,
have a
you
lot
won
of
the
money.
lotto, so might as well take
I-
that
I-
other risk. What's gonna happen?
I don't know how the slap thing's gonna take off because there's already a lot of people who are like, this is hilarious to watch, but like people are like, these guys have brain damage, don't they?
And girls. There's a women's league
Okay.
too.
Okay, yes, you know.
I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna get into that.
I saw it.
controversy.
I saw it
coming.
too. No.
Yeah, I was like, cut the stream.
Hold on.
Yeah, let's just stop him now. Stop while we're behind.
You know, something similar happened in swimming earlier.
Oh my god, no.
I know.
Okay, yeah, I
Um,
get it. I get where you're going. You're not going.
Aren't we supposed to? I'm not gonna join the women's league. I promise.
You went there. I'm done. Bye.
So it's.
I'm back.
What was I gonna say? So, I mean, we the problem is there's only so much we can talk about with the lottery thing. It's, you know, what would you do? How would you invest it? You know, with investment, how would you keep?
We lost him.
Hey, we lost him. Yes. Okay. All right. To the real conversation.
All right, let's go.
Matt, what would you? So like, all right, you have all this
Priceless
money,
works of art.
and you're just like, your priceless works of cool. I mean, like, where would you travel though? Because like, you know, we heard the corgis say like all these weird ass random places, or would you just up and move? Like, because you can live anywhere in the world with that much money.
Maybe a better place.
Well,
Like I'd move to an area that has everything I
Maybe
needed.
better, but like
honestly-
country wise.
Honestly, like first, I will still get my house in freaking wherever you guys are at. Freaking, I'll get a nice house.
I'm just gonna run away from you now.
But no, this is what I'm saying. But I will be traveling.
We use
I'm
our
not
money
gonna-
to run from Matt.
All right, whatever. But yeah, I'll be using. I'd get my house just to make sure, like, if I start getting bored of traveling, I have a place to go. That
Yeah.
being said, I think I'd travel to a lot of third world countries, so my freaking money could like last longer.
Oh yeah, okay. My Discord did poop itself.
Yeah, I would.
What I was saying because I
country. Thailand would be cool.
Yeah, Thailand.
my little tangent.
What's the other one? I forgot what other.
I'm also
Zimbabwe?
extremely white, so like me going anywhere is probably dangerous sometimes.
Nah, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Just make sure I'm like 100% your will.
Like, ooh, Turkey. I'd travel again to Turkey.
Oh, Turkey would be
No,
fun.
Turkey's a blast. Get me a fez.
Oh
real
yeah,
fez.
dude. Have you seen the process? They'll make like.
Yeah,
I think
no, they're
it's in
insane.
Turkey. I think
is
it's in
Turkey.
Turkey, but they'll like make a fez that is specifically fitted for your head.
Yeah,
There's,
that's
like,
Turkey.
2 places in
That's
Turkey
that's
that
where
do
I
it.
think the hat. I think that's where the hat came from.
Yeah, but dude, fezes are cool.
Yeah, Turkey. Where else? Of course, I already said Japan. I'd go to Japan.
Oh, I'll tell you what I won't do with the money is this whole decade of 2010s to like now, so a little after, has been a whole bunch of like reblasting the nostalgia crap. Like, you know, the Powerpuff Girls came out, terrible. Teen Titans Go came out, it was for the most part terrible. A lot of remasters, remakes, and like nostalgia blasts have happened. Like the new Velma show, terrible. It is the worst cartoon on IMDb
It's got
currently.
like a 1 out of 10 on like,
Yeah.
the stars.
It is so bad. They're like, they literally. Not, I don't care about like the color or the change, but Fred isn't a man baby. Daphne isn't a bitch. Velma's not a retard. Like she literally asks Shaggy for homework advice. They completely ruin every single character. Scooby doesn't exist. So
Whoa.
it's,
Now I'm really not gonna watch it. 'cause I
yeah,
was
no,
like,
the show is
ah,
actually
what?
terrible.
How do you do
Like.
How do you?
Scooby Doo
Yeah.
without Scooby?
It's called
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
called Velma. It's
No,
called
but-
Velma because she's the nerdy, geeky girl, and that's the big thing now. No, she's supposed to be the smart one that keeps the group together when they need to think. That's what Velma is. They ruined it so bad. Yeah, she's the Jinkies thing.
Yeah. Oh, that like.
It's so bad. But that's not. See, this whole nostalgia break, I wouldn't do that.
I
wouldn't
yeah.
do that.
I don't know. I may even like. I don't know, I'd fund a move. Like once I have like money coming in from the investments and stuff I've created, I'd probably go fund movies that like, because you know part of the issue with a lot of movies and like you see this with TV shows too, like The Witcher, is the producers are the ones calling all the shots because you know they have the money.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you know, the Witcher series comes out or the new 40K Warhammer 40K series.
Oh
is
my
coming
God,
out.
Henry
I'd be
Cavill,
like-
please.
Yeah, right. But I'd be the guy standing behind Henry Cavill, just hucking money at it, being like, "No, let's do what he says."
Yes.
That's the
Follow
problem.
the
Is like
books.
that's the problem. Is like lore wise, and now we opened up the tangent that I can't stop. Now lore wise with Warhammer 40K, I mean, you know, you have the Imperial Fists, you have the Iron Fists, you have the Space Wolves, you have my favorite, the Salamanders, which is one of the original Primarchs. You have a lot of that stuff, but just like the video games, I mean, granted, not Space Hulk Deathwing because that follows the Dark Angels, but that's lore. You always follow the Ultramarines because they're the most like tried and true original style Space Marine. Like for the Imperium, justice driven, blah blah blah. I think if they do an old style, I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do exactly. I know they're doing a Generation 1 Warhammer, not the current stuff, like the older stuff. But I think they're gonna follow like maybe an Ultramarine arc, and that would make sense.
But if you
But there
have the
hasn't-
money to like
Oh,
back
yeah.
that,
Yes.
you're calling the shots at that point because you're the one with the money.
Yeah, and you can be like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, let's do something exciting that anyone can follow if you are part of the fan base or if you're not. You know, like you don't want to do a Necron like
Yes, I do.
like situation. I mean, I do. Necrons are badass. They're invincible, unstoppable forces that are just always asleep. Don't wake them up. But if you're not a fan, you're like, what the hell are these?
Yeah, well,
You
that's
know?
like if you guys follow like D&D and like Critical Role, that's why
Oh yeah.
their Amazon Prime thing that just dropped was so good. It's because they're the ones with the money backing it, so they have the
Mhm.
creative power. If you're the one with the money, you win the lotto, you got tons of money. Now you're like putting it into projects you actually care about, and you can literally tell the creators like, I'm funding this, you're the creative one, I'm an idiot.
I mean, but
Do
look
what
at it
you
like
do.
look at how bad like the Tim Burton Wednesday series, like that was pretty good in comparison. But you look at like Paramount Plus's
It was.
Halo.
I want to say it was good, but it wasn't freaking Adam's Family good.
Well, no, but it won't be. That was my old point about the nostalgia thing. They should just stop
Yeah.
because they're not. It's usually never gonna be as good as like the original. But
Well, no,
my point is like
Oh, right. Go ahead.
it's
But if you
good.
have
But
money,
like my
you
point
can
is
do what you
my-
want.
Yeah, like you can do what you want, but like you have to do it right and stick true because first of all, if you're gonna do like this nerdy stuff like Paramount Plus Halo, it was terrible. The only thing people remember is that there was a 2002 Chevy Yukon in the back on a faraway, futuristic, distant planet. There's a SUV from the early 2000s. Like, that really pissed off a lot of people because they didn't have this attention to detail. And if you're going to do something like The Witcher or like, you know, an Addams Family thing, you're going to have like this big nerdy following. The last thing you want to do is go away from the lore, because then you will lose everyone.
Well,
I mean, I think The Last of Us is currently having that. Like, I heard really good things about it, but I heard that there's also some hate towards it too.
then I also heard. Yeah, I was gonna say I also heard that they're making more Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
I wonder where they go with that one.
Yeah, I didn't like the drastic changes for I like the Legend of Korra, but I didn't like how drastic it was.
Bro, I love the Legend of Korra. I thought it was like a really cool coming together of like, okay, so now that all the nations are working together, look how much we've advanced.
Well, they've advanced, but they advanced so quickly. Like, that was like literally 15 years. And they already have like bustling cities of that like style. They have steampunky technology with a basic form of electricity. Like, it was a little quick.
So I guess would you guys back? What projects would you guys back? Because I'd back all the nerdy ones, like Warhammer, yeah, for sure.
Warhammer.
You see, I want to say I like M. Night Shyamalan, but I did not like the way he did freaking Last Airbender.
Mm-hmm. The live action.
Yeah,
one?
the live action one. So I'd
hey,
try
Matt,
to get
that's the point. It was a twist. It was terrible.
Yes.
That's his thing.
Well,
There's always a twist.
Well, it didn't need to be a twist on that one, all right?
That's my point, though.
The Last Airbender is a female, not a girl, not a guy.
I know. If he followed a true lore of the original Last Airbender, it would have been great. But like everyone does, they don't.
And exactly, freaking how they called Ong.
I think that was a rights thing. I don't think they actually had the rights to like do a lot of the stuff. That's why it wasn't called Avatar. It was just called The Last Airbender. So it was like, they can't even follow the actual story here. So
yeah, you see, I would back that up. I'll be like, freaking, let's buy the rights. Well, not partial rights, like in order to make the movie.
Yeah. See, at that point, like, no, you're going in there with all your money, and you're like, M. Night Shyamalan, ding dong, you're out. Bring someone in that the actual creator of Avatar was like,
I feel like that was racist.
Whatever. But, you know, it's just like, then you just go from there, and you're like, hey, let's make a good movie that's going to appeal to the fans and maybe bring in more fans.
Yes.
And, yeah, because that's what I would want. It's like, if I had money, I'm throwing that money at the creators I like and want to back up so they can bring their creations to life. Because for me, I'm not going to sit there trying to call the shots. I'm not the creative one. I'm an accountant, for crying out loud. There's nothing creative about what I do.
But I'd like to see something happen, and something happen right.
Yes.
But yeah, when you get the creators to do something the way they want to do it, it comes out right and people love it.
Yeah, because you have some people that are working on the on the show or freaking movie that do not know anything about that, and they're just like, oh, I'm just reading the script. Okay, I want this is how I want it to freaking come out. Like, no, it's not supposed to be like that.
Like, I get if you're writing a sitcom,
yeah, if you're writing a sitcom, but it's actually a show that people have already watched. That they know the character's not supposed to be like that. That's
the thing is like
this is going off on a tangent because
I can tell.
Do it. Go King, do you?
This is why
shut up.
This is why I hate dubbed anime because the voiceover.
Oh, they changed it so much, dude. Yeah.
I'm like, that's not how they're supposed to sound like. What the hell? Like freaking my favorite, like always, Toradora. What's it called? She was not supposed to sound like freaking. The way she sounds, she was supposed to sound more like mean, aggressive, but she didn't.
Yeah, she sounded all cutesy and bubbly.
Yeah, she is not cutesy and bubbly.
No, she's a little fucking bitch.
Yeah, she's a little turd.
That's how she got her name. Yes. The tiny tiger, whatever.
I was gonna be Matt over there is just gonna find every anime that they're trying to dub and just be like, here's money, do it. I will
say Crunchyroll's dubbing has gotten a lot better. So like a lot of modern dubbing has gotten a lot better.
Yes, and freaking we actually have some VTubers that are actually dubbing their animes too. Like he's not a VTuber. He's not a VTuber. What's it called? SiDog?
No, I know. Yeah.
SiDog actually does a lot of dubs for what's it called? Crunchyroll. I know he does other stuff. Does he do?
For hentai.
I think he does JoJo. I may be wrong, but I think he does.
Oh, Gojo.
Gojo, whatever. No, JoJo.
From
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, Jojo. I thought you were saying Gojo from
no, JoJo's,
Kaizen or whatever.
Yeah, no, he does it because I think I like it because actually he has multiple freaking videos of what's it called, bad dubs and everything that goes along with it. He actually explains it why freaking sometimes it's not really the person.
Well, they do a poor, cheap translation and they don't care to fix it.
Yeah, no, it's that, and then sometimes it's just the way the mouth moves that they're not able to like actually say what they were supposed to be saying. He was going. He goes like deep dive into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you do dubbing for anime, you know, because that anime was originally created, most of them, if not all of them, for Japanese, like in Japanese, and so you're trying to match the lip flaps. So sometimes you have to get really creative with how a sentence is. Like, you watch any anime that's been dubbed, and there's some sentences where you like, wait, rewind that, and you just realize it's the only way they could have said that matches the lip flaps.
I just think I understand the tendencies and stuff. I think what Matt was also getting at was also not the translation itself, but how the Western like voice actors take it. Because if you there's a lot of jokes like where they'll be eating, but they'll be making like grunts and something. However, it fits in a weird way. But you'll look at like the dubbed versions, and you'll have like an American voice actor go like, ah, that was great. Like they'll do something so out of fucking pocket, or they'll walk and be like, they'll do something stupid. It's so out of pocket, it just doesn't fit. Instead of like the normal grunts or like the fighting sounds or something like that, they just do it so weird. And I agree with you, with Matt.
Sorry,
but at that point, you're able to like run with it and kind of like make it. You could make it better in your vision.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it really just comes down to what was the vision of what they were trying to create.
I think just making it true to what it is, especially when a lot of things nowadays. Like a lot of things with like a lot of things are like coming out as in like fan bases. Like a fan base really wants something, so they're gonna make something about it. Well, if there's a massive fan base and following, you have the people. Just don't mess it up by literally not going with the lore.
Yeah.
Which sounds so easy, but these people with money, like, I'm gonna put my own twist on it. Did you write Halo back in 2003? No? Okay, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, maybe you should create your own thing, or if you do it, you know.
Or do it within the lore, but that doesn't follow the characters that already exist.
Yeah, create your own characters. Like, that's what I love about a lot of the stuff that, you know, has come out of Disney and other things.
Like The Mandalorian is a great example.
Yeah, The Mandalorian, or like even Kenobi. There is lore there, and they're sticking to it, but they're creating stuff based off things that happened that most people wouldn't know. Or like even look at the cartoons where it's like the Clone Wars, like the Bad Company one that came out.
Oh, the Bad Batch. Yeah, it follows the fall of the place where the clones were made. I'm having a hard time. Kamino. It follows the fall of Kamino, the fall of the clones, and how the Empire starts using normal like recruited people, and it shows all that. And they're allowed to because it's lore driven, but they have the wiggle room to make it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love it. I love those things. But that's the thing is if I had that money and, you know, it's like I've got my company set up where I've got income coming and I've got investments where, you know, more income, and I just don't worry about money. I'm going to, you know, creators that I find. I'm like, I love what you do. What do you need from me?
Oh, I would fund Quentin Tarantino's final movie. I would give them all $700 million.
I wouldn't even go to Tarantino. I'm like looking for
new people, new blood.
Yeah, new blood. Because
Tarantino
go
too.
Anywhere, you know. Go anywhere on the internet and you've got VTubers, you've got, you know, YouTubers, you've got people on Twitch, you've got people on GoFundMe, you know, whatever it is, where it's like they're creating these worlds, and I just want to back it and help them push it into, because, you know, do I get a return? Maybe, I don't know. We'll work out a deal at some point. But seeing
that's a good investment gamble.
In and of itself is a reward.
Yes.
Like, I mean, that's a lot of gambling, but like you could look at like Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is an amazing game that literally came from, I think, GoFundMe, or something like that. So you can definitely get something if there's actually someone putting their heart into it.
Yes, I was gonna say like the bad ending. literally did all the art, the whole motion picture for the what's it called, the whole 4 versus 1 fighting scene with what's it called, Hololive, what's it called, myth. Like I would invest in that guy because, bro, have you seen the freaking video? Have you guys
No,
seen
but
that video?
it's funny that you keep
No,
going
you're
back to
gonna be
Hololive and VTubers.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, you need to start sending me these things now.
All right.
Well, I have a whole Discord page for Rod VTubing, and he just doesn't
But
post.
that's the thing. If Matt over there has like all this money, he's gonna be like, dude, I absolutely loved what you did. Like, what's your like, what are you trying to create? Well, if you had more money backing, what would you create? And then, those conversations lead you into, now you're watching content, you're watching people put out content that you want to see, and you feel better about it too because you know that you were part of that creation.
Yeah, you're benefiting the community now.
Yeah.
And like,
I was gonna say with that being said, what you said, how could I help him out? Yeah, I would ask him that, and I would also like invest into like whole life to ask for permission because there's no what's it called, no words in this video because you can't have what's it called, whole life into what's it called, like.
You're talking about translation, like a CC, like like closed captions. So you want to add closed caption to like Hololive chat.
No, not Hololive. I'm talking about the guy that actually made the whole freaking the scene and everything. Like I'd ask Hololive to let me borrow the girls' voices for that little skit that he made because it's awesome and I think it
oh
yeah,
I know what you mean now.
Yeah, because watch, I'm gonna freaking hold on.
Well, I see now that we're on a pause right now. I have a devil's advocate statement. So we have all these great ideas, cars and all this stuff. Like getting things you want, traveling and learning new cultures, assisting communities, fan bases, and arts that you really want to see improve. Now, which one are you gonna pick? You can't. I mean, that's a lot of money, but you can't do all of them. You're gonna bleed yourself dry.
It's not even that. It's time. You can't buy time.
It's time.
Yeah, so you have to like do your priorities, and I think that's with me. I think that's where I'm gonna struggle with is time because I
like finding priorities and like
finding priorities. I'm gonna start working on one thing and then start working on another, and I forgot that I was working on that, so I'll go back to that, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I thought of a new idea that I should start doing. Then I start working on that. Yeah.
But that's the question too. Is like if you're working with like Hololive, you're working with like I don't know some creator and like you're backing what they're doing. How busy like. Are you just providing money and resources to them, or are you like actually? Do you want to actually be involved in the process?
Well, in a way, I would like to be a little involved. I would like to have my little like, oh, that looks like. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna shit them and be like, oh, this is fucking terrible. Like, oh, that's cool, but could you add a little bit of this because I kind of like this. Like, I want to have a little bit of say in it too.
Yeah, but okay, so then how much time does that take in the end? Because if you're not involved in every ounce of the process.
Well, no, I would like. Yes, I do want to be in every ounce of the process, but my say in it, at least it has a little bit of weight in it.
Yeah. I would say. Yeah.
I was gonna say because me as an artist, I know how it is freaking when you're trying to build whatever you want, and then people are like, "Oh no, I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I don't like this. Keep doing it." And then you're spending all this time when you could have been doing so much. That
I was gonna say I think what you're trying to get at is like you might not have the resources or the skill set to help in much way, but with the funding you can definitely outsource and build bridges for like, okay, well this guy's great VFX, great like editing, great software stuff. This we can bring this person in to assist us and so on. Kind of like expand horizon.
Yeah, I was gonna say like freaking building your own basketball team. Like I want this guy, I want this.
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I mean, and see, for me, I would want to be there more of like, like show me what you've done. I want to see it, and just more of as a friend than like a business because of, like,
not like a supervisor.
I don't want to be someone like, no, it needs to be like this, and be like, hey, that's cool. I never thought about like, what are your thoughts about this? And just like, instead of have a conversation with the person, I wouldn't want to be involved too much in the process because my whole point is to help these people bring their vision to life.
Yeah.
Like, I might have an idea of what I want it to look like, but that might not line up with what this person wants. And I think that's what going back to what killed like the Halo show and The Last Airbender was these people had these visions of, oh, The Last Airbender, it's going to be like this, and we're going to have this twist at the end because I'm Night Shyamalan. But in reality, like if you'd let the creator of Avatar: The Last Airbender in there, it would have been a fantastic, most likely a fantastic movie.
Yeah, because he would be like, oh
I
no,
agree.
this is not how it was in the anime. It should have been like this. But he could also be like, oh, but because we're doing it live action, I think this would look a lot better because it's live action.
Yeah, and it's bringing it's again, it's not about creating something like for you. It's helping someone bring their creation to life. That's what I want to see. That's what I wanted to do, is just be like, hey, even if this flops, I'm still proud of the fact that this person got to, I got to help this person bring their creation to life.
Yeah, they got to have the experience and the knowledge and the forefront of how everything went together. And if it sucked, they still got something out of it.
Yeah.
And some people may still like it.
Yeah. And sure,
even if the majority doesn't.
Hey, this little thing right here is like my Stan Lee cameo. Just give me this one little thing. Just give me this one little thing in there, and I'll be happy.
Just like Tarantino and Feet. I want something.
Yeah. You see, my thing, I would be like, I want this specific girl to be in your anime. I don't want her to have a big role. I don't want anything. I just want her to be like probably in the background or somewhere. That way, I could be like, oh yeah, she is in each anime that I've given money to you.
It's Matt's little Easter egg. That's what it is right there.
Yeah.
It's Matt's little Easter egg. It's not for anyone else.
It's just for me.
It's just Tygo.
It's just Tygo. Yeah, because I want something because I'm paying for it.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just Tygo with dyed hair.
See, I'd agree with that, but then yeah, you're absolutely right. There's gonna be time and effort to go into talk and work out okay, because at the end of the day, you're gonna have some kind of contract. That has to happen.
Yeah.
But then once that's done and they're going, you're on a beach in Miami, you're driving your little Skyline GTR R34 VTEC, lightsaber blue color. Yeah, all three. Whatever.
Actually, the NSX. I would do the NSX though.
Oh, I would kill for an Acura NSX.
No, I still want my Ferrari. But you're driving around on a Sunday and then they give you a call. Hey, we're doing great on this. Cool. Email me what you got and I'll take a look at it. And you're France. You're in Paris, watching this pre-screening on your laptop of what this creator created for this anime that you're backing for them. It's see, that would be dope.
Yeah.
That's what I would do with my lotto winnings.
Yes.
I would be backing these people. I'd also have my business on the side, but I'd be around the world. I got my home, at home, wherever that is. I'd just be enjoying my life. I'd be doing the things I want to do and not what other people are telling me to do.
Yeah, and in a sense, I like helping people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the creatives, because I'm not much in the creative space, but dude, you let some of those people run, you see the things they create, and you're like, how the hell?
I mean, there's a
Gary Gygax.
Yeah.
There. Go for it, Cord.
No, I was gonna say, well, there's a perfect example, but I mean, you brought up another one, but I'm a big fan of classic YouTube and Newgrounds. Psychic Pebbles just came out with a killer show called Smiling Friends. And if anyone knows his history, he wasn't that big on. He was huge on YouTube, but he didn't post a lot on YouTube. But he did a lot on the background. He tried doing, Adult Swim and Comedy Central shows with another big one called Oni NG. They did Hellbenders, but they were denied, and he kept trying and trying, and now he has an A+ adult cartoon that's just realistic funny comedy that no one's ever done before, and he's now this legend because he's worked so hard since he was a young teen on his own. He finally got the funding from Adult Swim. He finally got, he made all those connections and bridges from his years of work on his own, that he had that dream team that Matt was talking about already built. And then he finally got the funding from a studio. He had the money to do whatever he wanted. Of course, you still have to do some legalities and some S&D or whatever, you can't do everything you want because it might be too grotesque for TV, but he still was able to do it. So I think the funding the dream is perfect.
Yeah. I mean, most schools that I've seen they don't fund the arts that way. There's no outlet.
No, they never do.
People. And I'm just speaking the US, maybe different in other countries. But, you give some of these people a shot and they will take it and they will be grateful. And at the end of the day, you're gonna have a friend. You're gonna have a really cool friend that's super creative and got a D&D campaign coming up and they jump in. It's great. Yeah. It's fun. It's I think that's the thing is, you help people achieve success because, you got blessed with all this money.
Yeah. Well, I want to say that we could wrap this thing up. So, yeah. We've been out on tangents of talking about different things instead of the winnings. But yeah, actually, I love this one. This one was actually pretty cool.
It was fun.
Yeah, we went
I think a fun shoot to shit every few episodes is fun. Just talking about stuff.
How many guns would the corgi own?
Actually, I wouldn't have a major arsenal. I'd have ones that I really want.
There's gonna be a pack 40 in his living room.
I was gonna say he would have a armory. What are you talking about?
No, I wouldn't have an army. I'd have I'd have prime. Well, I mean, I'd have a lot more than some people, that's for sure. But I would have ones that I really want, like a fully built, custom 7.62 Russ AK. I would have definitely a UMP, a Tommy built UMP SBR, so that I can have the proper stock and everything.
We'd be getting messages, Matt, every other day, like, I bought this.
Yeah,
look
like, what I got. This new. Like, are you serious?
Every other day. Every other day, guys. I need background checks. There's a waiting period.
Another one.
You guys don't understand.
Don't you have one of these? Yeah, but I have this one in blue now.
Yeah, but this one's Cerakoted in Dark Earth, so now I can do stuff in the desert.
So it's Matt with cars, and it's the corgi with gun. Like there you go. Like that's.
Now, what would you have?
I don't know.
D&D dice?
Probably. There would just be one room full of just dice. It's
look
not
at this.
You
get like Scrooge McDuck jumping into his pool of gold.
Yeah, it'd literally be that, but me with like polyhedral dice.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, that'd suck.
You just land and break all your bones.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
You probably get stabbed by it. All right, let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap this up. All right.
That's a great idea.
All right, guys. This was I was gonna say it was the corgi. Freaking the corgi's down there. Freaking the accountant and me, Matt Styles, in Seeing is Believing, and yeah. Ah, fuck! I fucked up my freaking end skip, but all right.
Bye, guys.
As you guys already know, seeing is believing.
Is believing.
All right, bye, guys.
Good night, everybody.